Hello, it's great to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. I decided to make one more pie. Some of you had asked and said, hey, I'd like to see you make one more pie this week, so that's what I'm going to do. So what we're going to make today is one I have never had. It's called cinnamon pie. Maybe you guys have had it. I do know that I love cinnamon Pop-Tarts, so I'm hoping it tastes something like a cinnamon Pop-Tart. What you're going to need for this recipe is 8 ounces of cream cheese softened, 1 cup of brown sugar packed, 2 large eggs, then plus 1 egg yolk, 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, 3½ tablespoons of ground cinnamon. That's about 1/4 cup of ground cinnamon, so I guess that's why they call it cinnamon pie, but that's probably the most cinnamon I have used in any recipe ever. So let's just hope it's not too much. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon ground nutmeg. It says 1 pie crust, homemade or store-bought. By the end of the week, I've used up all my homemade pie crust, so it's store-bought. And what they want you to do is put this in the refrigerator till we're ready to use it. Now we're going to place the cream cheese and brown sugar in a bowl, and we're going to beat it on high till it's light and fluffy, which should take about 3 to 5 minutes. So I have my handy dandy bowl here. It actually says you can use a stand mixer too, but I'm tired. I don't feel like getting it out. So I'm going to just use a bowl with the electric mixer. So the cream cheese is 8 ounces, and I'll probably cut this up into chunks. And then the 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Next it says scrape down the sides of the bowl with a spatula. Then beat in the eggs. So that is 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. Then it says scrape down the sides of the bowl again. Then we're going to set the mixer to low. We're going to mix in the heavy cream, which is 1¼ cups of the heavy cream, the flour, which is 1/4 cup of all-purpose, the cinnamon, which is the whopping 3½ tablespoons, then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. So go ahead and beat that on low until it's really smooth. All right, it appears to be very smooth. Next, pour the cinnamon filling into the prepared pie pan. We'll bake it in the oven for 35 minutes until it's set, when jiggled but not totally firm. So if we need to, we'll bake it for 40 minutes, but we're going to start with 35. Mine took about 40 minutes, so mine jiggles a little bit. It's not totally firm, so I'm going to let it cool here on this rack and then cover and chill it. So let it cool totally before you put it in the fridge. So I let the pie sit in the fridge overnight, covered. So it recommends that you take it out an hour before you serve it. So I've done that. Then it says you can sprinkle confectioner's sugar, powdered sugar, same thing. And then it says serve with whipped cream. Now, I tried a little bit of this last night before it chilled. So I'm going to try it now that it's chilled, but yet warmed up a little bit. The interesting thing about this is the texture. It's sort of a cross between like a spice cake, a moist spice cake, a little bit of like cheesecake texture, and also possibly a little pumpkin pie texture. It's really odd. It's like 3 in 1. And it does taste like my cinnamon Pop-Tarts, which is always an added bonus. I would just call it like a spice cheesecake. Spice, pumpkin, cheesecake / cake / pie. It's different. I'll give it that. I've never had cinnamon pie before, and it tastes like cinnamon. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give this a 7.8. Would I make it again? Maybe. Only because I love cinnamon Pop-Tarts. So thanks for joining me here on Pie Week. I had fun and I hope you enjoyed it. So if you'd like to try a new kind of pie, cinnamon pie, throw it in the mix, see what your thoughts are, let me know what you think. So thanks for joining me here on Dee's Delights. I hope you have a fabulous week, everyone, and I'll see you real soon.